by Madi Jibril. Madi, good morning.
Morning.
And thank you so much for making time to speak to us this morning. Were you at the offices of the Electoral Commission last week?
No, I was.
You were campaigning?
More of the work.
Okay, but I'm sure you were briefed. Hello, Madi, can you hear me? Looks like we've lost Madi there. We'll try and restore contact with him again. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, we lost you briefly. I was asking if you've been briefed as to what transpired at the offices of the EC last week.
Yes, we watched it. We were also briefed with what happened.
Were you satisfied with the entire balloting procedure?
We'll say in terms of the human engagement, the political parties, those represented us, and the political parties, and some people didn't behave well. Around that, and the Electoral Commission also couldn't from the authority.
When you say they didn't behave well, what do you mean?
This is a procedure which all of us agree that if you are picking the ball, that's the second one. Don't look into the ball. But we found the MPP who said no, because of everything, they will still watch and take their time and select what they want. And this is what happened.
At this point, the balloting is over. You are now number 8 on the ballot sheet. There are many who are saying that maybe, just maybe, this would inure to the benefit of your political party. Do you share in that?
Yeah, you see, this issue of whether you are on number 8 or number 7, the issue is there's no scientific report that shows that if everybody is going to vote, he counts the number before voting. What all of us do when we are voting is to vote to the person that I want him to win. I'm voting for. In this case, the right person, the trustworthy person in the ballot among the 13 candidates is John Dramani Mahama. So my worry, I would have had a challenge if I don't have John Mahama on the ballot paper. But having John Mahama on the ballot paper, it doesn't matter for me where he is.
But that's not a vibe I get from elements within your party. I mean, they're already coining out a lot of conversations around number 8.
That is conversation. That's what you are communicating. That's what we are communicating. But I'm saying that the ballot papers will not come with numbers. On the day of the election, the ballot paper will not come with numbers for you to know that this is number 8. The ballot paper will come with the candidate of the NDC with John Dramani Mahama and the symbol, which is the umbrella. That's the most important thing on the ballot paper for me once I'm going to the December 7th elections.
I see. So you don't really care at this point all the comments coming in from the camp of your main threat, which is the MPP, who appear to be already celebrating at being balloted number 1.
Oh, see, my worry is when I have Electoral Commission who can always use wrong data, can even deface my candidate if I don't take care. That's why I'm worried about. But with John Mahama on the ballot paper, it doesn't matter where he is on the ballot paper. As against any candidate on the ballot paper.
You seem to be very confident in the abilities of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to pull this off.
Let me ask you. Assuming we have 13 people on the picture, then they have a Jesus Christ in the picture of the 13. Say number 8. And have any musician number 1, any joker number 1, as against all other people. And if it's asked you to select the best person out of it, will you find it difficult to select Jesus Christ on the ballot paper?
Jesus Christ is not on the ballot paper.
I'm just asking you. Mm-hmm. It's because of that person. So you can select him easily. I'm saying, you have somebody who promised Ghanaian that with him, dollar will not go beyond 4 Ghana cedis. With him, will not go IMF. And this person is the ballot paper. And the John Mahama, who manages the economy, and they said that 4 cedi per dollar is incompetent. Now Ghanaians are crying for even the 4 cedi. Between the two, or among the 13, who do you think you will choose?
I'll leave that to Ghanaians, but indirectly you are suggesting that the issues ahead of the election should rather be issue based. We should be looking at the issues rather than necessarily you know, giving time to who is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
I am saying that is why you see, when you find somebody who has not performed, you will see him struggling to look for number 1 because he thought that would be the easiest way to be. In fact, any time you are going into the market and you see people struggling to be in front, the first gate, they are not likely to sell the first product in the market.
What in your opinion at this point? We have 70 days to the election. In your opinion, at this point, will be the key issues that Ghanaians will be looking at going into the election, if nothing changes?
Well, I can say that 70% of voters have decided who they will vote for. 70% have decided.
Yeah, how have you come by this conclusion?
Because they are buying. Otunfo told Ghanaians when Ronaldo visited him when he won elections. He said the reason why John Mahama lost elections is because Kenke then was 1 Ghana cedi. So being the president, Otunfo was telling him that let Kenke be as 50%. If it is so, you are safe. But if it goes beyond 1 Ghana cedi, don't even come here to say you are contested. Today Kenke is 5 cedis. I believe that wise counsel will come again. At that time, fuel in Ashanti region, fuel was just 1 cedi 30 pesos. Today, fuel is almost 60 Ghana cedis a gallon. That person who saw Ronaldo with a promise, they are still seeing the same person again. So we are convinced that we have a candidate who the MPP is using for 8 years of Ronaldo's presidency to compare with John Mahama 4 years as a president. Bawumia, even who is the candidate today, has the opportunity to be 8 years as a vice president. And they decided not to advise Ronaldo whether they have taken or not. But he told us that he has all the ideas to solve Ghana's problem. But he's keeping it because he's a very wicked person. I say Ghanaian. So if you don't vote for him, Ghanaians will die. And the Ghanaians have had enough already. So Ghanaians voting this year, December 7th, who knows the person who believes in Ghana and the people who are corrupt and don't believe in Ghana. And that's what I'm saying, it's clear in the 13 candidates on the ballot paper on that day will be somebody who have been tested and trusted. And that's the person, John Mahama.
Just hold on for me. Just hold on for me. Your friend and your brother Kofi Tonto of the NPP has also joined us on the line as we have a conversation around this. Kofi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm also very well.
Kofi, you ended up picking number 1 on the ballot paper. It appears that elements within your party are celebrating that already. Does that really make any difference for you?
Well, first of all, let me say a very good morning to your cherished...
Kofi, if you can speak up a bit for me. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm saying that let me say a very good morning to your cherished listeners and then also viewers. But before I come to your answer, I think I heard Mahdi calling His Excellency wicked and ranting about why Bawumia wants to do his own thing, etc. And if Bawumia has ideas, why is he not implementing the ideas now and he's wicked? If we are to go by Mahdi's argument, which is not very logical, then the bigger question is, why didn't Mahama do all the things that he's saying he will do now? You see, the difference is that Bawumia is not a president and doesn't have the full powers of the law. vested in him to do what Mahdi is asking him to do. In any case, Mahama was a vice president and a president. So perhaps Mahama is the most wicked human being in this country because he had all the powers as a president to do all the things he's claiming he wants to do now. Why didn't Mahama do them? So that absurdity of an argument ought to stop. Because we are talking about a man who has been president before, and the Ghanaian people have voted on him twice and said that you are not deserving to lead this nation. You are unqualified to lead this nation. The difference here is that other presidents hadn't been president before. Mahama was president and Ghanaians passed a verdict on his governance and said, no, you are not worthy to be a president again. So what is Mahdi talking about?
If you can go back to the substantive question as to whether the number has made a difference to your fortunes.
This is equally substantive. But let me go to your precise question. For us, there is one focus, and that focus is to sell our message to the good people of this republic. Of course, being a number one offers so many advantages because in the first instance, you are the first person the voter is going to see. So it makes it easier naturally for the voter to see you. It gives you marketing strategy. I'm sure you recall President Kufuor's Asieho mantra.
Yes, that was 2000.
President Kufuor was at the very bottom, but he was able to leverage on that to sell himself and his candidature by saying that Asieho. So there is definitely value in where you place on the ballot. You can strategically position that to market yourself. The MPP is at the top and gives us a very strategic value to be able to market that our candidate is number one. The added value is that all our parliamentary candidates are also going to be number one. Unfortunately for the NDC, their parliamentary candidates will come with different numbers, 2, 3, depending on the number of candidates in that very constituency. So that doesn't also portend very well for them. It makes even marketing very difficult. Now, when they picked 8, some are saying we are going to break the 8, some are saying we are going to stop the 8, some are saying we are going, all manner of comments, incoherent marketing commentary, definitely emphasizing that it's not easy for them to even use the 8 to market themselves. Nevertheless, I mean, perhaps the biggest challenge they face is that once a voter picks the ballot paper, that person now has to go and search in the event that the person is NDC and wants to vote for NDC. But for Dr. Bawumia, he's at the top and it's very quick to see and very easy to vote for. But for us, the main focus is the message. What is your message for the Ghanaian people? What are you accounting for the last 8 years? What have you done with the resources Ghanaians bequeathed to you? You need to be able to account for it, explain where there are challenges and why the challenges came about. And then most importantly, what are your new ideas that you are coming or bringing on board to solve those prevailing challenges? I think that is what Ghanaians are more interested in. And that is why our candidate is traversing every corner of the country to sell his message and to engage the good people.
Let me get Mahdi back into the conversation. Mahdi, are you there?
I'm here.
Great. Kofi says that at this point, even with how you have ended up on the ballot paper, I mean, you're going to be struggling on the marketing front. Is this something you're worried about?
You see, maybe Kofi doesn't understand electoral process. In fact, scientifically, nobody pick ballot paper to look at the top. Check.
But you can communicate something with it, or?
I'm telling you, go there and check. Because you don't count on the ballot paper. You don't count. Don't forget you are putting your ballot paper on the table, flat table.
So if it is a Soho or a Sieho, it makes it easy, or?
You see, you can do any marketing. You can sing any song. Having MPP lie to Ghanaians that they'll give $1 million, $1, they'll give one district, one village, one dam. Of all these sweet talks, are they not struggling about those things today? You can say you can use any strategy to market, but would that change the economy issue? Will that change the price of fuel at the pump? So that because you have a good strategy of marketing, number one. So tomorrow when we go to the filling stations, we'll buy fuel at 1 cedi.
Please wait.
Our dollar will reduce.
Your call.
I mean the voting pattern on the election day. They should stay on that strategy. But I want to see the strategy that they will market anybody one to change the price of fuel between now to December. To change our waters from how their water destroyed in Galamsey to clean water. To change the corruption that they're doing today. It should continue on that one. I'm saying these are the things that will determine our strategy. We market it. Bring the marketing to change our economy. A lesson. In any case, you say Bawumia is not the vice president, he's not the president yet. But he was asked that vice president, you have an idea. Why not now? He told the whole world that as wicked as he is, if he has given any idea today, what idea will he have for his manifesto in the future? Did I tell him to say this? Did I tell him to do this? It is Bawumia who went to meet the students when they raised the issue of Alawa. He told them that even as the vice president, but he's ordering the minister of finance to pay the money. Is the president? You see, this joke we have moved from this one. I'm saying that this election, Ghanaians will see the persons who deceive them as against the trustworthy president who has been a president in Ghana, who Ghanaians are calling him again.